And we're live. Thank you for anyone who's listening live on Twitch, Discord, or YouTube. Welcome to Nameless Saga. We're doing the Saturday continuous. We have a new player. Ithriel, go ahead and give a little bit about your character. Okay. Who isn't evil in this campaign? That's honor. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Just so you know, it is about honor. So you need to have positive karma because you have negative and it's doing negative damage, which means you're not doing anything. Go ahead and swap that out real quick. Go ahead and pick another sword. Yeah. Go ahead and what we're gonna start the campaign. Swap out for another sword, and we'll come back to you. Okay? You have time. But let's. So it's just Dinley and Zombie. Okay. You guys will arrive in Stockport. Immediately, Jimbo gets out of the boat and runs into the town after docking it. Roll perception, Dinley. Dinley. You see him run to a bar. He runs into the closest tavern. You want to roll a history check? Okay. As far as you know, Stockport is a harbor town. They they essentially like a hub. People deliver like go there to dock and exchange goods or whatever. They themselves don't export anything. They're more of just like a little stop on the way where people can stop to get supplies or whatever before venturing back on. You're gonna look for cartographer. Okay, roll. I guess perception. See if you can find them. You're unable to find anything you would perceive as a cartographer. You guys are going into the tavern, so I'm going to, right? You guys walk into the tavern, and immediately you see Jimbo grabbing someone by the throat, yelling at them. It's real. You have a man grabbing your throat, yelling at you. He's not choking you. He's just like grabbing your throat, not squeezing. He said, "Stop my drink." Okay, go and roll for it. And what do you say? What's total roll first? Okay, and then what do you say? Jimbo lets go of the guy's throat and kind of dusts himself off. Okay, okay. You apologized. Okay. Oh, I know what you mean. And he nudges you. You see him go up to the bar and then just pound down on the bar. Israel, here's what actually happened. You saw this man run into the tavern, slam his hand down on the bar, and demand a beer. The bartender serves him one. He then turns around to walk around, and he was pretty drunk. He's like stumbling along, and he bumped into you, dropping his beer on the ground as he bumped into you. You don't have to. You don't have to use diplomacy. It would just you can just tell him. It's up to if you want to convince him it's true. Okay, then that is diplomacy. Yeah, he is not Jimbo. Jimbo is an NPC. Israel, I'll let you roll. I'm gonna give you +2 to your roll for history. You know nothing about these mountains. You've seen them in your travels, but never ventured to them. Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to roll for anything. It's very useful for knowing things about the world, which will be buffed shortly. About a day or so. It happened about yesterday, maybe a little bit before. They found a rock and it was on fire. Just a rock on the ground. Like, oh, that's interesting. What was that? Roll diplomacy. He leans into you. You see him put out his hand. He looks at it, pockets it, and puts his hand back and begins nodding. Jimbo sees this and goes, "Oh, I see what's going on here." And you see him reach into his pocket and throw a bunch of gold in the guy's hand, and it just goes everywhere as he just slams it into the guy's hand. The guy looks at Jimbo, and there's gold like all over the counter. He kind of like gathers it up and puts it under the counter. Jimbo looks at Grook and winks. "I got your back, buddy." You don't want to go over there. We call that no man's land. Well, because no man who goes there ever returns. He never said alive. He just never returned. I don't see how you can return. I don't see how you can return not alive of your own volition. I see that. I don't see how that's possible. He literally shrivels up into a little raisin. Roll a history check. In passing, you've heard of it, but like you never knew what it was or where it was, and you just heard people like talking about, "Hey, did you guys ever hear about No Man's Land?" If real, don't be afraid to chime in. You don't be afraid. That's fine. Go ahead. You're going to delete the old character, post a new one. After this, you're no longer allowed to edit it. Okay? Mayo Blade. Oh, so you went from evil to good. Okay, that's the only difference. Okay. Jimbo reached in his pocket. I got 3 gold here. The roll perception, Grook. You saw him put probably at least 30 to 50 gold into that man's hand when he reached in his pocket. He literally just took a fistful of gold and put it in the man's hand. Correct. He pulls out 3 gold in his pocket and shows you that's what he has left. He drops it thinking that you'll catch it and it just falls to the ground. Go ahead. Yeah, you successfully you reach down and grab it before it. Well, that was quick. You're good. You're good. Right here. I have 4 gold. And he pulls out 4 more gold. No, he holds it out and shows it to you. Roll perception. You have no way of knowing. It's in his bag somewhere. So unless you're gonna reach into his bag and ruffle through it. Yeah, what's that? Let me see. Let me see. And you see him start ruffling through his little satchel bag, and he goes through 2 gold, and he brings out 2 gold, despite the fact he just had 4. Oh, trust me, I'm pretty good at math. I mean, look at it, it's 2 gold here. And he like pushes the 2 gold away from each other. See, 2 gold. Oh yeah, no problem. No. What's mine is yours, you know. And he puts it directly into Grook's hand. Grook, it's incredibly wet. His palm is very sweaty. Where are we going? Oh yeah, I wanna go. Hey, let's go. You see him pound the rest of his beer down, and which was only about the quarter of the mug. He slams it down before reaching into his bag and putting 10 gold in the counter and walking out. Let's go, guys. Roll perception. This town, the docks are massive, like able to support like entire cargo ships. Other than that, the actual town part is very tiny because this is mainly just like a stop for people to get supplies. So there are some places where you can get food and fresh water and things for your ship or whatever. Most of the there's it's essentially the town's about as big as Pennyville, maybe yeah, about as big as Pennyville, not very large. Oh, it's so big. I mean, look at that. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I updated the map to show you No Man's Land. Roll perception. Total 22 total for perception. For perception, do you have 0 perception? Okay. Uh, you do see a store that carries various things for the ship, whether it be cots or blankets or whatever. You feel like they might have what you're looking for. Jimbo pushes you out of the way and runs in first. He runs in and he starts rummaging through all the stuff in the store. So you guys go ahead. He's just rummaging through the store, like looking at all the different things. You're looking for bedrolls. You do happen to find bedrolls. Um, they're not made for camping. They're made for ships. However, they would suffice. It's not made for being out in the weather. It's more made for being sheltered. Immediately starts raining and thundering, and then it stops. It's weird. It's like 1 second storm. It's real. Don't be afraid to chime in. There's the bedrolls are 20 each. At least that's what the price tag says. Correct. Dinley roll perception total. No perception. Jimbo walks up to you and holds a bedroll up to you, a children's one. Hey, I think this will fit you. It the price tag on it is significantly less. It's only 8 for this one. Okay. Jimbo looks at you and winks. I see what we're doing. He starts grabbing all the bedrolls and just hugging them all. Yes, he's watching Jimbo grab every bedroll and hug it, and he looks confused. He's not trying to stop you or anything. He's just looking confused. And Jimbo's looking around the room right now. There's a few. He just like grabbed them all off the shelf and is now hugging them all. Dinley, were you trying to stealth that bag in that all into your bag or okay? Go ahead and roll stealth for that. Correct. Correct. Okay. Um. Oh, the large ones for an adult weigh 4. Dinley, yours weighs 2. It's real. What are you doing, Jimbo? He didn't grab them all. He grabbed like as many as he could physically hold, but there's too many for him to hold. He's specifically watching Jimbo right now. He watched Jimbo grab all these, and he's kind of laughing and watching. You're gonna try and pocket one. Okay, go ahead and roll for stealth, and also you lose a karma. No, because you guys were already neutral. Yeah, and so it's actually no, both of you lose a karma. Yeah, you get to be -5. Neutral 0. The reason for that is so that you can do evil and good and still stay balanced within. Total roll. Are you trained in stealth? Oh, ethereal. I forgot to tell you. Um, Go ahead, Grook, and ethereal. What's your alignment? So ethereal. 24. Okay, guess what? You get to roll for a karma card. When you first start this campaign, you get one karma card. Also, what level is everyone? Okay, ethereal, you're level 3. You start as the lowest level person. So whenever you want to add those points to your character, go ahead. But roll for a karma card right now. Um, 4. Okay, I'll look it up, but let's continue in the meantime. If you go to the EXP chart, yeah, so give yourself 600 EXP, and then the points, whatever many points that gives you, go ahead and add that. Yeah. No, no, wait. No. Oh, for when you first join, yes. Otherwise you have to perform a long rest. Um, because you just started, you can spend those points right away. You were supposed to be the level, and you rolled a 4 under True Good, so that's pretty good. So you have a karma card that can be used at any time, regardless of what's happening to your character. Your character can be knocked out, dying, uh, sleeping, does not matter. You can use karma cards. The one you just got is called Tranquil. Target gains 10. Oh, go ahead. Regen until save ends 12. Yes, that's fine. Go ahead and add that karma back. Go ahead and add that karma back, and then correct. But from now on, once you perform an action and the karma's set, like the minus plus, no metagaming to go back. Once you decide you're gonna do something, I'll allow this once because you didn't know. But after this, if you perform an action, I say that you get I say the consequences, which is plus or minus. You get that, and there's no going back. Okay. You walk up to him and you're gonna buy one of the bedrolls. Yeah. What's up? Correct. Unless you used it. No man's land. Okay. So no man's land. You're about to find out. And you just revealed this entire area, so just so you guys don't try and venturing where there's nothing. So, no man's land. There is in fact a dragon living there. There is an abandoned kind of not a castle, but more of a tower, really. And a dragon has taken refuge there. The tower's Lord knows how old. It's been there for hundreds upon hundreds of years. It is. Um, 1 year ago. Remember, you get all the information there is to know about this. 1 year ago, um, almost exactly, give or take. The dragon was upset. Something had disturbed it, and so not out of spite or anything, but just out of frustration, in anger, it flew to Cyrus and started attacking. In the process, it also laid a bunch of eggs for offspring. And after about maybe a couple weeks of being in Cyrus and just destroying everything in its path, it finally flew back to where it come from. Correct. Adventures. Uh, there's one more thing to know. There's one more thing to note. Adventurers go to No Man's Land all the time after hearing about it from Stockport. After going in, they never return because the dragon, right, and meaning their stuff is still there, whatever they had. Dinley's got like four karma cards. He's just stockpiling. Social, you gonna talk to the dragon. Listen, dragon buddy, listen. It's gonna turn into Shrek. It's gonna turn into Shrek. It's Shrek. The dragon's attacking, and then Donkey talks to it, and then it becomes friendly. Are you saying this out loud? Yeah, everyone's still in the store, but group, did you see that out loud? Oh, you left? Okay, okay. It's real. As you're paying for the thing, the man asks when Jimbo. He doesn't say my name, but he points to Jimbo holding all these bedrolls, and then also to Dinley, and says, "Are they gonna pay for theirs as well, or are you gonna take care of that?" Okay, sure. You see him leave the counter and walk up to Jimbo. Dinley, how close are you to Jimbo right now? What would you say? Okay. You guys hear. You don't hear exactly what Jimbo's saying, but Jimbo's talking to the man right now, still hugging all these bedrolls as they're just falling out of his hands because there's so many. They're just having some. You're not sure what they're saying, but it does not seem to be. There's no yelling or anything. Um, Dinley, roll perception, and then tell me what you're looking for. Like, give me an idea. Most of the stuff here is for travel, not not outdoor travel, but ship travel. So what you're finding is like the bedrolls are not made to be rugged. They're not made to last in harsh conditions. They're made for indoor use. Um, but you do see blankets and even pads and cots and different other travel necessities that you'd need on a boat. Okay, are you stealing it or are you just gonna grab it? Roll for stealth. You grab it, you start putting it into your bag, and it's still attached to the rack. As you put it into your bag, the whole rack falls, bringing attention to yourself. The man peeks around the shelf that him and Jimbo behind and starts yelling, "What happened?" And he runs over. He sees the blanket half in your bag as you were putting it into your bag, and it's half in your bag, half it's still attached to the thing when you pull it down. Can you please all leave my store now? Jimbo walks up to the man, drops all the bedrolls onto the ground next to him, and then walks out the store. What did you do, Dinley? In front of him? Roll stealth. The man watches you. What do you, sir? You tell the man right now. I was just stealing the stuff, you know. I wasn't planning on paying. I'm just gonna leave. Bye. The man starts following you. Roll perception, Dinley. You didn't notice any town guard in this town. I'm just letting you know what you saw. You want to roll you want to roll perception or history group to find out. You don't know why. You just know there's not really a town guard. Okay. Before you can confront him, Jimbo walks up. Hey, who's watching your store, buddy? The man's eyes open wide and he runs back. You guys see Jimbo lift up his shirt as if like trying to flash you. As he does it, about four bedrolls fall out. He then tucks his shirt back into his pants. The benefits of having a big belly, you know? Okay. It's very wet. He's not exactly the driest person. Okay, go ahead and add soggy bedroll to your inventory. Make sure you notice it's soggy. There are still two more on the ground. Oh wait, I said four. There's still three more. Okay. Jimbo picks one up and slings it over his shoulder. Jimbo picks it up and puts it on his other shoulder. He now has a bedroll on either shoulder. You want to roll perception, see if you can find one? Find a store to do that? Okay. You don't see any stores that be selling weapons. Roll perception. You see exactly one store. They seem to be selling. You can get a net one. Oh wait, are you a cat? You know that's the other campaign, right? Okay. Um, what was I about to say? Oh wait, no, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, you do see one. They sell dried fruits and meats. Roll. Go ahead and roll. Boom. Ithril points out a multitude of stores other than this one. You guys were like zeroed in on this one store. There's a multitude. You see stores that specialize in just meat and bread and fresh fruit and vegetables. He was looking for specifically for food. And like just a host of stores that are not this one. Okay. You actually do find a store that specializes in food that has been magically frozen to last longer. You want to roll perception to find out? Okay, you're going to that store. They're going into the other store. Dinley, roll perception. And Grook, both of you roll perception. Okay, Dinley, you notice this food is, while it will last a while, the store is not very well kept. You see like barrels of jerky just sitting there, and you don't know how long it's been sitting there. I mean, obviously it doesn't matter because it's jerky, but you do. He's standing behind the counter picking his nose. Correct. It's about 4 feet tall. Okay. Roll. Okay, Grook, you're gonna roll diplomacy to distract him. Okay. Dinley, you're gonna roll stealth. I'm gonna give you a bonus for the being hidden. Jimbo walks up and slams his fist down the counter. Do you have kegs? The man looks confused. I um I no. He's slowly backing up. I oh okay. I'm sorry. Okay, listen. I don't wanna. He puts his hands up and backs directly up to the wall. Please, please don't hurt me. Oh, please, okay. Bye. I'm sorry. Handful, three. I'd say three jerky. Uh, total of one each. No, not one each. I'd say one for the whole thing. Um, Dinley, you're gonna roll speed check, see how much you can steal in that time. Okay, you get you do this. You get a total of 7. Oh, wait, what's your speed? So a total of 19. So you get 8 jerky. Go down to your inventory. That's gonna weigh a total of every three is gonna weigh one. So total of 4. Yeah, every 3 jerky weighs one. They're not like little. They're not like when you go to the store and you buy a bag of jerky and you get like little pieces. These are yeah. These are full like cuts of steak. Okay. We're gonna cut back to Ethereal. Ethereal, you walk into the store and you see all these shelves with this food that's like got this like mist coming off of it. Every food you see has a small little pebble on it, like a marble. Every food item. Well, the marble keeps it frozen, essentially, as if you were, in a glacier or something. And he pulls one out from under the counter, and you see it kind of throwing off a mist. Well, once the phrase is spoken, then it activates and freezes everything it's touching. Just take it off of the thing. Say the phrase, take it off the food, and the food will instantly unfreeze, and you can cook it. Yeah, we have fruits and other. You see in point. The store is separated into sections. You see meat, fruit, and veggies, and other things. You do see entire barrels with this mist coming out of the lid. Those are just large portions of food. No, each barrel would be one type of food, and they are all labeled. What is inside? You see near each and every section of the store, there's a barrel, like two, three barrels, each one labeled with what that type of food is that's already there. So like in the meat section, you'll see a barrel labeled like steak or venison or whatever. You asking how much the barrels are? How much they what? Sorry, you cut out. Oh, the barrels are gonna weigh so much. There's no physical way for you to carry it unless your strength is like 10. The price on each barrel is 500. Okay. Um, each steak is 10. Each fruit is 5 individually. You want to ask him? Oh yeah, just speak the phrase, and they. I mean, that's part of what you're paying for here. What was that? He leans into you and says, I'm not going to speak it. I'm sorry. I think you know what will happen if I do. I would prefer not to have that phrase spoken in the store. I will, however, I, I just can't risk it. I will, however, if you purchase some and you see him pull out a burlap sack and set on the counter of nothing but marbles, telling you that this is one of the main things they sell. The other stuff is just side profit. No, he's just showing you like he has marbles for purchase separately. Each marble is 10. Which begs the question, why won't you just buy fruit? He has not told you the phrase yet. Uh, Three fruits would equal one meal. Same thing. Three each. Correct. One. One steak. These are full steaks. Raw. If you roll perception, do you have a bonus to that, or is that total roll? You notice that the marbles in the bag are not misting, as opposed to everything else. They haven't been activated. Roll perception. He's lying. Something's not right. Okay, what do you say? He begins laughing. Guard! Oh, get out of my store. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and roll. The man just the man continues laughing. There's no guard in this town. Roll intimidation. Roll intimidation. If you okay, we're gonna cut back to the rest of the party and we'll come back to you. No, you just know that you guys went to the store. He went somewhere else. Okay, roll perception. You do find one. Um, they do not. They mostly sell spears and other things you would be using on a boat, like things that you would be using to defend the boat against attackers or to fish with. Roll perception inside the store. Yes, you do actually find a. Actually, no two-handed weapons. You do see rapiers and other things, but no two-handed weapons. Bows, crossbows, spears, nets, um, single-handed axes, rapiers, daggers, knives, swords. By swords I mean like uh, scimitars. Uh, he peeks over you and looks at the scimitars and peeks back. About 75 gold. I I don't think I am. Roll intimidation. 50 gold. Okay. Listen, I got a business to run here. They are each of them is hanging on like a hook. Yes, there would be no check for that. There would be speed check to leave, but yeah. Yeah, roll speed check. Why are the last four rolls all above at 17? Okay. Okay, you successfully get out of the store. Hey, get back here! He's yelling. He doesn't chase after you. I will get back to you with that soon. That's something I have to look up. And you see, You took a rapier. Yeah, look up rapier. If it's not there, then I will. Yeah, if you don't find one, then it's gonna be a sword. But you're gonna subtract. I'll tell you after. Don't worry. Just look it up. There's no rapier. Then I'll tell you what it is. Okay, then I'll tell you what it is. I have it written down. Um, Dinley, what are you doing? Three of any individual fruit or vegetable is a meal. Okay. Oh, real quick, real quick. Because they left, I'm going to let you guys take his inventory and also Bones. Look at their character sheets. So I don't know if they updated him ever. No, because that was literally that was 3-3. That's when we started. That was 7 months ago. Um, you can have his two shriveled demon fingers. He never used those. He also had two dried demon fingers. He also had a handful of salt. Oh, hey, he had a warhammer. Okay. He also had a dagger and chainmail. I can't tell you anything past that. Bones. Oh yes, he did. Correct. You can have that too. And then Bones had um I define trade out. Oh, the books you right. The books you stole from Skullhorn. Okay, that's fine. You just drop it. That's fine. Do you want it? Okay. It's missing its front cover, so he has no idea what it is. Yeah, he never looked at it. One, but that's one of the reasons. But also has no front cover. You wanna look? Okay, that's fine. You can just look. You know what to roll. Yes. Okay. We're gonna come back to Ithriel. You rolled a 4, if I'm not mistaken, correct? See your last. Oh, 10. Sorry, you were correct. The man tells you, fine, 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 fine. Listen, listen. The marbles cannot be reused. Okay? You happy? And why would I do that? Oh, really? You see him pick up one of the stones and toss it at you, one of the marbles. It hits you in the forehead and it falls to the ground. He then takes the bag, empties it at your feet, and begins whispering. Are you going to act? Or are you just going to watch? Roll speed check. And also roll a acrobatics to step around the, like, step off the marbles. Is that speed? Now roll for. Okay, you do successfully step off. You see that all the stones begin letting off this mist, and the entire ground freezes around it. You want to roll perception? Roll Arcana. The Oh no, roll perception to see if they're still frozen, or if they're all thawing right now. Every steak, you feel like he was definitely lying. In fact, all the food is now like rotten. You can smell it in the air. It's disgusting. It literally smells like shit. Dinley, you're outside the store and you see a cow walking by. You don't know he's in that store, but you're outside the store he's in. When who went back to you? That's right. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and roll perception to look in all the stores, see if you can find him. Total's 10. You do find him after about maybe 10 minutes of searching. You find him as what's happening now is happening. You walk you walk in, no, you just see marbles all over the ground. The ground's frozen, and you see Ethereal with his blade drawn, like looking around. He has it written down, I think. If you go to characters, you heard him whisper. You didn't hear what he said. You want to roll perception to see if you heard? I'm going for it. Total 12. You don't know what he said. Oh, you both went there? The man runs into a door, like not into it, but like opens the door and like behind the counter, runs in and you hear it lock. You're gonna roll first group. You're gonna roll diplomacy. Then they're gonna roll perception, and whoever's holds what? No, not group. I'm sorry, ethereal. Just gonna roll diplomacy. Then okay, Grook and Dinley. All you have to do is beat a 7. Nope, Grook believes him. Okay, Dinley does not. Dinley can see it's still frozen. Grook though thinks it's not. Oh, Dinley, Dinley, you can. Oh, who wants? I remember Zay also has the other half of the giant's armpit hair. Okay, go ahead and figure out what you're gonna drop or just keep it. Yes, it does. Remember, it's massive. It has a weight of 2. Oh, he also had the sunflowers. If anyone is interested in those, go ahead. Israel, you want the sunflowers? Yeah, you need them for the quest. They weigh 3 each. I think he had like 6 of them. The bedrolls weighed 4, I think, and soggy's the same thing. It's not sopping wet; it's just soggy. Okay, you throw it into the marbles, and it just sits there. Nothing happens. Jimbo busts into the building. Guys, we gotta go. You roll perception. I don't care who. Yeah, that's fine. He's not holding his bedrolls that he had on his shoulders earlier. We gotta go, guys. He runs up, grabs a bunch of food, and starts hugging it, and starts running away. It starts just dropping out of his hands as he's running. Okay, go ahead. You don't notice anything in the store. Okay. Okay. Remember, every three is one. Unless you're taking steaks. What are you taking? Fruit or steaks? Okay. Then you have three times five, so 15 fruits, various fruits, pears, apples, bananas. Okay, Dinley, with them, I assume. Okay. You guys see Jimbo running as fast as he can, just dropping the stuff, like just falling out of his arms as he's running. He's running back to the port. He throws all of his the stuff he's holding into the boat, gets in, unties it, get in the boat, hurry! We will just get in the boat. It's real. Do you get in the boat? It's a very small boat, um, about maybe 20 feet long at most, and about 5-10 feet wide. It's not a very big boat. It's got a sail and then a benches on the outside, as well as a rudder. He unfur- he unfurls the sail, and begins sailing. Roll perception. Where's everyone sitting? Okay. Okay, so just the middle. Okay. Then group roll perception. You see a bunch of people chasing you. Nothing. I uh. You see him pull out his fillet knife. Remember the one he had in Pennyville? It's covered in blood. He drops it and begins crying. I didn't mean to. I, I. Go ahead. The guy he wouldn't he wouldn't stop, so I had to. Dinley literally killed the leader, one of the most important NPCs in the world, the leader of the Mages Guild, well, at least in this country. No, no, you know, because remember, you guys ran from Skullhorn to Freeburn. It was out. You got the thing after. You turned the leader of Fantasy Club into stone. No, I was talking about the leader of the Mages Guild. All right, someone ping where you guys want to land. Okay, so you guys are going to that little cove. Just click. Just hold down to click. Just hold down to click. You have to. There you go. So okay, then you guys just park in that little cove. Okay, it's just now dusk. The sun's just now going down. Okay, all three. It is frozen. You bite into it and it's just okay. He does have a point though. You can eat some fruit frozen. Okay, okay, okay. If so, you have a frozen apple. How are you gonna eat it? You're gonna try? Do you have a knife? Oh, he's going fancy. Okay, go and roll for the attack. Hey, hold on, I got this, guys. Hold on. Jimbo picks it up. Jimbo picks up the apple and takes his fillet knife and starts poking into it, cutting it. He opens the apple. Here you go. He hands you the apple. It's cut in half. It's covered in blood. The inside is covered in blood. You're in the ocean. Okay, the blood does successfully wash off. He literally just cut it in half. Okay, not very. You guys were in the boat for maybe a half hour. Yeah. Let me see. Hold on, let me see. So you're at the port. 35, 50. 20. Oh, that's 100. That's almost 100 miles. Never mind. You guys were in the boat for a couple hours. Okay, Arcana check. No, you can just. Yes, Stanley, you've actually figured it out. If you break the stones, then it breaks the spell that froze the fruit. Sure. If so, as you're about to cut the apple, he tells you, "Hey, you should just break the stone." I'm gonna say 100 miles, 20 miles an hour, 4 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours. Every half hour. Yeah. Okay, go and roll once. We're gonna go to one at a time. Okay. I'm gonna keep track. Go ahead and roll again. Okay. Your crit fails don't do anything. Go ahead. I actually, you know what? Crit fails. They roll that. I'm gonna make it so crit fails. The DC does not go up. So yeah, it doesn't go down. Two. You got yeah. So you got one. Nat 20s. The DC will go down, despite the fact you did read. And I'll add that roll. No, it's only until your next success. Rolling a nat 20 does not reset it. It makes it go down though. Um, so you got one. What book are you reading? Oh, you're reading that one. Okay. Um, okay. I'll tell you what it does in a minute. What's everyone else do? Oh, you. Okay. Ithril, he tells you that if you just break the stones. Oh, I'm sorry. 1 second. Cal, um, Taddy Mason. Oh, call me Taddy Mason. Gotcha. Uh, you can't hear the players? That sucks. I thought. Oh, you can't. Pretty bad. I don't know why. I'm sorry. You were just listening to me this entire time. Um, I got a new headset. I think it's messing with everything. So I'm sorry. There is a map. Um, that I might actually start posting that in the chat so people can see it. So anyone can see it. But I'm sorry, Taddy. The campaign's gonna be, or the session's gonna be over in just a moment. Um, and I'll fix this before the next one. But thank you, Taddy, and glad to see you in the chat. But let's continue. Well, they can't hear you guys. Go ahead and continue, and I'll try and fix it. About an hour. About an hour. Oh wait, you got an at 1. No, about 2 hours. Okay. 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 You did not learn anything. Okay. Roll for the attack. Total roll. Okay. Can one of you guys talk so I can see if it's working?
Okay.
Now they can hear you. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay. So continuing on. 21 total. The stone shatters.
25 total.
Okay. The stone shatters, sending you flying back about 5 feet, freezing the inside of the boat, just coating it in ice.
I guess I was wrong about how to get rid of the magic.
Did I take any damage?
You did not. It just flew you back and froze a large section of the boat.
Is the fruit, though, unfrozen?
Roll perception? No, you don't roll perception. It is not.
We're at the harbor now. Or wherever.
We're at the
Yeah,
cove, right?
on land.
You're in the cove. Yeah, you're on land.
Can I get out of the boat?
Sure.
All right, I get out of the boat and I want to go and find some kindling or wood that's on the ground to make.
Oh, fire. Okay. We're gonna end the campaign here.
All right. I don't think we're gonna be venturing into the no man's land today, so I think we might as well just like do the long rest stuff, right?
That's fine.
Yeah. Can
Okay.
I send my mechanical eagle out
To search?
before we rest, just to like survey the area?
Yeah. And then anyone's in the stream, and there's a couple of you, there will be a Steam game giveaway in just a second. So that'll be on the screen in just a moment. Thank you for anyone listening live on Twitch, Discord, YouTube. Special thank you to Zombie and Bones, our first patrons. And the key will be up in just a moment.
Any minute now.
Yeah, any moment. Sorry, it's loading. Okay. Should be up now. Or rather, in like 20 seconds. But thank everyone for listening. There it is, it's up. So, first person to claim that gets a free game. But thank you for anyone who's listening, and thank you, Call Me Tatty, for letting me know. And I hope to see you guys next time.